It's Tuesday morning, and here is the news. I can never be a serious anchor. I was just looking at the headlines for today. I've already been out there messing with the birds. I set my alarm every day for 6:30 a.m. Because if I don't get out there and get the turkey out into the run before he jumps ship, he's going to squash one of my babies. So, in farm news in Sarah Beth's world today, we now have 3 baby turkeys, and the duck made it through another night. So, cat is fed, dogs are fed, duck is fed, turkeys are fed, chickens are fed, babies are fed. Now I can sit on the porch and visit with y'all. Good morning. Hello. We had a good visit last night. I was glad to see 6,000 of you on the porch. That's a lot of people on my porch. It's like more people than my hometown on my porch. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Good morning, Wilson. How are you? Good to see you. If you're new to the porch, I haven't given you the disclaimer, and I probably should. I don't care. Not even a little bit. I learned a long time ago that you have to reserve your fucks for things worth giving a fuck about. You just can't be handing out a bucket of fucks all the time, or else you run out of fucks to give. So, I don't care. Somebody came at me sideways last night about tardive dyskinesia. I was like, okay, calm thyself. Quit, unclutch thy pearls and unclench thy asshole. You're on the porch. No one's asking my political opinion on anything going on in the world. Everybody comes here for good advice, funny shit to talk about, and stories about chickens. Sometimes we have country music, sometimes we have famous friends, sometimes we smoke a little weed, sometimes we smoke a little cigarettes, sometimes we smoke a little brisket, and then we talk about the recipe. It's fine. But I will remind you of the theme song, and we'll learn it today because a lot of you don't know it, and this is how it goes. Hello, Teresa. You ready? It goes, it's okay to not like things. It's okay, but don't be a dick about it. It's okay to not like things. And everybody sings, don't be a dick about the things you don't like. Mind your biscuits, and life will be gravy. Good morning, Crystal. Good to see you on the porch. Hello, Jacqueline. What a cool way to spell your name. Hello, Cynthia. Good to see you this morning. It is a Token Tuesday in West Ship's world, so it probably will be in Sarah Beth Terry's as well. If you want the top world headlines for today, I'll give them to you. You ready? Here's your news. President Donald Trump says a tentative Iran peace framework is close, drawing criticism from both Republicans and foreign policy hawks as negotiations continue over sanctions in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, if you can find it on a map, you can bitch about it, but if you can't, shut up. All right, number 2, oil and gas markets swing sharply after signals that Iran could reopen the Strait of Hormuz following the brokered talks. It is after Memorial Day, so gas will go back down. History can only repeat itself so many times before it's not history's fault. We just don't learn our lesson. All right, number 3, Russian missile strikes in Ukraine continue amid renewed international pressure for ceasefire negotiations, even though Ukraine bombed Moscow with the biggest attack since World War II, and nobody's talking about it except for Reuters, but it's probably not related. All right, number 4, public backlash against privatization grows across Europe, especially in transportation and utilities, reshaping the UK political debate. My word, what a time to live in Cheerio, England. Global attention turns towards the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup, with early predictions and roster speculation dominating sports coverage. I do know that the U.S. ordered the Congo football team to go into a 21-day Ebola bubble, or else they can't come to the U.S. World Cup. So, just letting you know. Memorial Day travel surges worldwide despite elevated fuel prices and ongoing geopolitical instability. If you missed it last night, my best friend Gretchen Wilson sang God Bless America at the Arlington National Cemetery 250th Candlelight Vigil and Celebration, and it was magnificent. Go watch it. It's on Fox News. It's on Freedom 250. It's on her website. It's on probably on my Facebook page too. I don't know. So watch it. Worth it. So good. Not many people can release a song called Redneck Shit and then back it up with a standing ovation performance in front of 99-year-old World War II veterans less than a month later. She deserves another Grammy, and I'm just going to go ahead and say that now and put it in the universe. Okay, moving on. Number 7, India's Padma Awards honor legendary entertainment figures, including Dharmendra and Mammootty. Probably fucked those up, but congratulations and many happy returns. Environmental activism gains momentum after a new legal protections for rivers and ecosystems in the United Kingdom surface. Okay, well, all right. Stop pissing in the Thames. Life will be grand. All right, 9. Markets remain volatile amid uncertainty over the Middle East shipping lanes and global energy supply chains. Let's explain this a little better. You want a nuke? You can't have a nuke. We're going to get one. We're going to bomb you. We're going to shut down the strait. Well, we're going to open it back up. Well, we're going to charge you more for gas. We know where to get other gas. We're going to charge anybody extra because it's a holiday weekend. Moving on. European and North American broadcasters ramp up election and security coverage as the international tensions remained elevated this time during primaries. All right, that's your world headlines. We're going into the U.S. now. Can't keep up. Keep up. We're not even to 9 o'clock yet. All right. Trump's proposed Iran deal dominates Washington as conservative lawmakers openly challenge the administration's strategy. Well, what else is new under the sun? Trump's doing something that you don't agree with. Run for president. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, number 2. Americans face the highest Memorial Day gas prices in years, averaging over $4.50 a gallon. The last time it was this high was when Obama was in office in my recent memory, and that was during the screw-up, mess-up real estate bubble time. But I could be wrong. I have been not before, so, but I could be. Nearly 40 million Americans are expected to travel for Memorial Day, continuing into this weekend and heading on to vacation, so please be aware of safeties out in the open road. I did watch a really bad collision yesterday on the way back from the greenhouse, and I was like, oh, no, people are not paying attention because you're too busy watching this instead of driving. Put it down. It'll still be there when you get there. Okay. Number 4, security concerns intensify after reports of an armed incident near the White House. Yeah, there was a gunman. He shot a bunch of shit. They took him out. Secret Service did. Had a history of mental illness, and they tried this shit before. We've got to vet people better. Not everybody is going through an identity crisis and needs a new pronoun. Some people need medication and isolation. And sterilization. And institutionalized. I say that with all the love in my heart, but there was a reason why there were so many insane asylums at the turn of the century. Sometimes shit is what it is, and we need professional help in order to address it. If I think I'm the Queen of England, you're not going to address me as the Queen of England. You're going to call somebody and say, take her up to Eastern State. But however, if I'm wearing cat ears and identify as a furry or a fuzzy or a floopy or a fluffy, then you have to change my pronouns and put a litter box in the elementary classroom. Don't make me all go all tardive dyskinesia on you again and piss off Jan in Texas, because God knows I don't piss her off near enough. Okay. Here we go. Number 5, debate grows over election misinformation laws and political accountability heading into the 2026 midterm cycle. We're redistricting, we're lying our asses off to get into office, and people are buying us off for votes. It sounds pretty much the same as it's always been, only now it's documented more on social media. Okay. Number 6, the White House continues promoting infrastructure and manufacturing investment initiatives, which is great. Bring jobs back to the United States. You don't have to worry about tariffs. Things are American-made. We rebuild the economy. It's kind of the same way it's always been. You just have to learn a book. How do we get more people employed in the United States? What if we started building more businesses? What a weird thought. Okay. Number 7, major media outlets focus heavily on the economy, inflation, and consumer energy prices, mostly because it was just noted that the CEO of BlackRock said, hey, guess what? We're going to be spending trillions of dollars on these data centers, and it's going to come from the regular people because it's going to be mandatory. They're not going to have any choice. It's going to come from your savings and your retirement accounts. And the data centers are taking over the world. And here's what's really funny is that y'all think it's about AI. Y'all need to look up geofencing and look it up now. Make yourself familiar because they've already got you in a fucking cage. Pope Leo says that we should unplug AI and disarm it now because there's no reason why technology should dominate humanity. Well, why should it? It's only been doing it since the watchers were cast down from heaven in the times of Enoch. They've been teaching us shit that we shouldn't know since then, and then they wipe it out with the flood of Tartaria, the flood of Noah, or, we just do a whole reset. The dinosaurs die, we come back. They've done this a bunch. We get too powerful, we fall. Rome lasted about 300, 400 years. We're on 250. Get your shit together or start bailing water. Okay. The WWE and streaming partnerships continue drawing huge audiences ahead of summer events. Y'all, wrestling is back. Just letting you know. National entertainment coverage centers on the 2026 American Music Awards, which were held in Las Vegas last evening. Taylor Swift walked away empty-handed, even though leading the nominations. Discussions around border policy and Middle East engagement remain the central to the U.S. political coverage. Everybody's worried about what's going on in the sandbox that nobody can find on a map. There will always be unrest in the Middle East. It's in the Bible. There will be until we get to the last page of Revelation and Jesus comes back and goes, okay, game over. We win. Trust in the Lord. Don't worry about the rest. All right, Appalachian headlines. If you're keeping that, Mason County just approved a data center that's over 800 acres, I think it is, and they have till July 1st to, or 90 days, I'm sorry, to move. All these people have to move. They're displaced now. And they're suing the city, and that court date's June 26th, but they break ground July 1st. So I think it's time to probably fish or cut bait. Mason County, you're right there on the river. They say it's going to increase economy and increase, yeah, when you have less mouths to feed, you probably will make more money, won't you? All right. Economic development agencies across Appalachia continue pushing broadband and infrastructure expansion projects because we're going to need a power grid to hold all this AI bullshit. Coal region communities remain divided over clean energy transitions and drought protections. Yeah, because the mines are getting more dangerous and the people are getting younger going into them, and we still need the coal to power these data centers. But you think that it's all around on Teslas. Okay, it's fine. What do you think makes the batteries for... Anyway, I digress. U.S. Government Accountability Office reports that, what was it, $186 billion has been misappropriated through Medicare and Medicaid in the past fiscal year. Now the IRS, for some godly reason, for the first time ever, is like, you should have to prove that you're a citizen to pay taxes. And I'm like, you should have to prove you're a citizen to get a job. I don't understand. I'm all about everybody going to Disney World, but you got to buy a damn ticket to get in. Because if they catch you sneaking in through the service entrance, Mickey Mouse is going to jock punch you back to whatever country you fucking came from. There's a price. We celebrated it yesterday. We honored it yesterday. There is a price to be in the United States of America. There is a price for the freedom that we afford here. There's a price for the lifestyle that we live, for the freedom of speech and the Bill of Rights and the Amendment and the Constitution and everything else that comes along with it. There's a price. And yesterday, I watched my best friend sing to the people who paid that price. And none of them snuck in through the back door. Sorry, I get real pissed off about that. All right, Appalachian tourism is seeing a strong early summer travel boom despite inflation concerns, staycations and whatnot. Get to know your neighborhood. Here's what's really exciting. We were watching television last night on Amazon Prime, and a West Virginia tourism commercial came on. Bravo to the West Virginia Board of Tourism. That was a very good commercial. You auto-tune the kid in the creek a little too much for my liking, but that's just my producer's ears. Speaking of production, Scott Bruschetta, the man single-handedly responsible for launching Taylor Swift's career and Big Machine Records and now taking over Nashville, pretty much everything is touched by Big Machine, gave a commencement address at MTSU the other day where he said, either get with AI or you can pay me later. This is the wave. This is what's happening. It's doing things for production that you'll never know about. And everybody booed him. And I was like, he's exactly right. And if the head of Big Machine is saying that, I've learned this. Me and Wes Ship were talking about this. We have our arguments about AI, and here's where I stand on it. I don't use it for creation. I use it for production because I write almost 1,000 songs a year. And at $5,000 a session, that turns into a lot of fucking money that I don't have. Now, a lot of people will argue and say that I should go into the studio and I should pay people that are studio musicians to do all these sessions. That's fine. But we're starving artists for a reason. None of them are worried about my paycheck and my electric bill when I was paying them 2 years ago to do my demos. I love you, I mean it, but I'm also very well equipped on anything with strings, and I know how to run my computer. So I will be producing my own things. You can bitch if you want to, but I've got 19 cuts in the past 6 months using artificially produced productions, not creations. How many Grammy Award winners are singing your songs? I'll wait. All right, moving on. Flood recovery and storm preparedness remain major issues throughout parts of Kentucky, West Virginia, and eastern Tennessee following the Memorial Day storms. It's still raining, going to continue to rain, been raining for 5 days. If it keeps on for 35 days, call no one, build a boat. Small town festivals and Memorial Day events are drawing large crowds across the region this week, as it should. We should have reverence, and we should celebrate the men and women who fought and died to protect this land. Economic discussions continue around population decline versus remote work migration into mountain communities. Yeah, you got us used to being on Zoom during COVID and then told us we had to go back to work. Now I'm trying to figure out how you can dig coal from your couch. You can't. Appalachian storytelling, folk traditions, and regional music continue to influence national entertainment culture. Yeah, they're finally listening to what was coming out of the hills. We've been saying this for years. In entertainment headlines, Gwen Stefani publicly thanks her husband Blake Shelton during the No Doubt's Las Vegas residence at the Sphere. He sang A Long Time Just a Girl on a TikTok reel, and it was the greatest moment of my entire day. Queen Latifah hosts the 2026 American Music Awards with a rare public family appearance. We haven't seen her in forever. We did talk about Taylor Swift not winning a damn thing. Kay Michelle says that she will not collaborate with Bravo singers while continuing her country music crossover. Well, good for her. 2026 AMA spotlights genre crossover acts, including country pop and K-pop collaborations. Do you mean bro country? Because we've been doing this for 15 years. Keep up. All right, Las Vegas remains the entertainment capital of the week with major residencies and award shows dominating the headlines. Dolly had to cancel her residency. Adele's still out there, and Gwen's still doing her thing with No Doubt. If you had to get a chance to go out to Vegas, catch a show. No whores, no cocaine, no hookers. Just go out there and watch the show, come back. Hollywood's 2026 Walk of Fame announcements generate online buzz. John Travolta's introducing his daughter in a very Grace Kelly, Audrey Hepburn kind of way, and everybody's kind of got some weird speculation around it because it doesn't look like her, it doesn't look like him, and I think they're clones. Number 8, music industry attention shifts towards anticipated summer album releases and festival season. If you haven't got your tickets for the things coming up, or go on the websites and check them out. You might want to do that now. Local live music scenes across America are seeing strong post-holiday attendance because everybody wants to see live music. They're kind of want to hear AI and watch real people do it. It's going to get interesting. In country music headlines, Ella Langley continues making history with 3 number ones. That's crazy as hell. She's topping the charts right now. Morgan Wallen is one of the most talked about touring artists in country music and is selling out stadiums. Lainey Wilson and Post Malone continue drawing attention after their Stagecoach appearance in 2026. Randy Travis is being honored for the 40th anniversary of Storms of Life. Jelly Roll remains one of the biggest crossover stories in Nashville after his Grand Ole Opry induction. New country releases are arriving this week. Look on Friday, that's when new music comes out. Nashville's insiders say 2026 is the most unpredictable year in country music since the dawn of Maybelle Carter. Fans continue discussing the breakup of Maddie and Tay following the final performance. Everybody cried, they cried, we all cried, we hugged, and then tomorrow we're going to probably listen to somebody else. Genre crossover between country, Americana, and pop continues reshaping the Nashville sound. Or in other words, what we've always done. It's a melting pot, and then we add butter on top of it. Just giving you a heads up. Yep, that's what I know. That's your news. Ta-da. Now let's talk about other things that are more interesting. Like what I'm going to do about all this laundry that's piled up on my table in laundry baskets. Why is it that I can do all my laundry in one day, but folding and putting away takes 4 to 6 business days? I'm like, I don't want to do it. Just don't want to. It is now softly falling, the rain. Me and my husband watched Greenland Migration last night on Amazon. Which, if you watch Greenland, the first one where the big meteor hits and everybody has to run into a bunker, very typical end of the world kind of movie. But it was a good movie. And it has that one girl from Deadpool in it. And Gerard Butler's always cute. So we watched the sequel last night, which is called Migration. And I'm telling you, the ending sucks. Everything else okay. But I'm like, y'all get through a whole lot of shit for this to be the ending. Like, it's just, I'm not going to ruin it for you, but just... We did watch it, and I felt like I should tell you about it. Hello. Good to see everybody. You folding and leaving the basket. I just shop out of my own clothes basket, like, until I have to do laundry again. And there's a whole room, a whole closet in there. I mean, literally, like, my husband transformed our spare bedroom into my closet. And I don't think I've worn anything but this little house dress out of it in, like, 2 weeks because I've been working in the yard. I have, like, yard clothes and I have show clothes. So I've been wearing my yard clothes. I can't be wearing my dresses out in the yard. Or do you ever do it, just put it in the dryer and rent it another load because it probably just needs to be fluffed? What a waste of electricity, Sarah Beth, but you do it all the time. She folds it right in front of the dryer, too. I look at it. It's been sitting there for like 3 days. I told you I'll shop out of my laundry basket. That's what I do. What the fuck, Jacqueline? See, this is why I say bring back vetting people on their mental health. Some people need some help. There's a reason why they invented Valium. I'm not a big advocacy for pills and powders, but I am a big advocacy for taking care of your mental health without dragging everybody in your family down the rabbit hole with you. That's, you know, gotta look out for yourself because you can't pour from an empty cup. I don't know if they ever told you that or not, but you sure as hell can't. You gotta take care of yourself first. I need to listen to my own advice on that because I've been running on fumes. But it is a Token Tuesday and it's raining, so good morning. Thank you. Appreciate you. I don't know why I lean off the camera. You know what I'm doing. It just seems impolite. Hello, Kim. My goodness. Talk about some morning coffee. Grace, if I had them living with me, I'd make them start folding and putting away that laundry. Ask Cash Your Grass, nobody rides for free. Good morning. Oh, little fat Robin. Hello. I did get 7 clones off my tomato plants, and now they have little white hairy roots, so I put them in the ground. So we'll see. I got to get in there and do something about my laundry. I got to reschedule my taxes, too, today, because I have a dentist appointment tomorrow. It's getting to where I just am overwhelmed. But I am still booking some house concerts, and I've got to get some contracts out to some of you fine folks that booked some in the last couple of days, and I'll do that today. Sorry I took the weekend to get the house kind of in order and take care of birds. It's a holiday weekend. I didn't work. Yes, I will be doing more stand-up shows, too. My shows are a combination of stand-up and singing. So, you get a little bit of everything. So, it's fun. Best coffee ever. Tanisha said she gets it. We will be in Sapphire, North Carolina on June the 6th. Looking forward to that show. I'm very excited about it. That's coming up soon, like next 10 days. It's going to be fascinating. But I wanted to hop on here and say good morning to you. Hello, Oregon. Good to see you. Pulled 3 squash already. Danielle, I'm with you. Maybe that's what we should all focus on today and just check in with each other. I'll put a post up later and be like, 1 basket of laundry put away. And then everybody under like saying, check, following. Blah, blah, blah. And we just keep ourselves accountable. I find that I clean better when I have a friend around. I don't expect them to help. It just keeps me motivated to do stuff and not just sit down and quit. My squash ain't doing nothing yet, but my cucumbers are starting to climb the trellis, so that makes me excited. My tomato plants are tall. I'm going to have to restake them already. I just staked them 2 weeks ago. I'm going to have to restake them again. So, baby duck is good. Curled up with the rooster and a rice pack. I did one of those, like, heat wrap socks, with the rice in it, and I put it in the microwave. So, he's all curled up with it like it's mama duck. So, he's not chirping right now, so he's all right. Awesome, Grace. I will look at that. I haven't had a chance to check my email this morning, so I will look for that this morning. Appreciate it. Would love to come. We'll see what we can do. So, all right, friends, it is now 9:16 in the morning. It wasn't a long visit, but it was a good visit. Oh, I know that, Sherry. My mother spends 90% of her day carting around my 86-year-old granny and her 9-year-old sister to doctor's appointments. That's all they do. And then they go to Walmart or Cracker Barrel, which I think that is probably just as annoying. So, I'm going to have to clean. I mean, it's just raining, so every time that I mop, I have to mop again because the dogs go outside and they dig in the mud. Is it too late to plant cucumbers? I don't think so. I think you're all right. They're still selling them at the greenhouse. You should be all right. I wouldn't go from seed at this point. I'd get some starts. It's me. Oh, I love that, Sharon. I got little fat robins everywhere right now, and I love that the little baby robins are learning how to fly. They have the little speckled chests, and they're just kind of real awkward. They're so cute. My poor little duck has a little lame foot. He still gets around all right, but I think he's got a niacin deficiency. I'm going to have to get some brewer's yeast. Sure, they got that at Walmart, don't they? Is that the same as regular yeast? I don't think it is. So, good morning. I've got one wild hair that just... Do you see this? Like, what in the Ashley McBride is happening here? What in the Bonnie Raitt? What the Emmy Lou? It's all just coming in at once. Got this streak that's just, like, appearing. My mother always had that. My granny had it, too. Anyway. I meant to send Gretchen a message the other day that said kick today in the nuts, and my phone auto-corrected to lick today in the nuts. And she was like, what? And I was like, oh, no, that's not what I meant to say. Autocorrection. For duck's sake. I've never called anybody a mother ducker, just so we're clear. See, you body double with the face. See, I do that with my mom, Grace. And there's a new app from two ADDers out in England. Over in England. Out in England, like they're out in the outhouse. Out in England. It's called Doobie. Nope. No, it's not called Doobie. That's what I spoke. Tubi. Tubi? No. Wait a minute. No, shit. Which phone is it on? Sarah Beth? You ever do that? Do you ever talk to yourself and criticize yourself and go, Doobie? Dubbii. You see it? That is these two little ADDers who have cracked the code, and you can get on there live, and they're like, today we're doing our dishes, and everybody in there is doing their dishes, and you don't really talk to anybody. It's just you have company, and you're just doing your dishes. It's like a little like virtual helper, but they're real people. Like everybody's like, okay, we're gonna do our laundry at 3:00, and I'm like, I'm there. It's crazy. But anyway, if you ever get bored and download that app, it's fantastic. Like I enjoy the heck out of it. Because it motivates me when I don't want to do anything. See? Debbie, sorry.
Here's how we can help. We run live body doubling sessions every day with our team of professional doublers. Work alongside hundreds of people just like you, and the results have been magic. We also have a huge library of follow-along videos to help you tackle dreaded tasks like cleaning, admin, and self-care. And we've also built a neurodivergent-friendly nudge system, so you can get reminders for things like taking meds or your cleaning routine. Welcome to the Dub Club. We're so happy you're here. Happy doubling.
See, is that not cute as shit? I love them. Anyway, just, it helps. If you're like me and you're like, squirrel, duck, turkey, gardenias. It's called Dubby. I said Doobie, but it's Dubby. Dubby. They're not paying me to say that. I have just discovered them accidentally, and I'm like, oh, this is so smart. And I wish I'd come up with it. We all are like that, Grace. Don't worry about it. They used to just call us eccentric and crazy and fun to be around. Now we have to have some kind of diagnosis. Anyway, tell them, say, the cigarette mom sent me from her porch. Someone who obviously needs to watch it more and clean. But it does make me feel better about the fact that I'm not alone. I'm like, oh, so struggle. You watch them on there too? I love them, Kate. They're so stinking cute. Like, their little ADD videos, I'm like, I feel attacked. I feel every bit of these videos. I should stitch one of them. Anyway. Leona said, get you a treat. Go by the Dairy Queen, get you a Blizzard. They make them in small. You can have a little treat. Hunter Bradley, heck, are you watching? Does that mean that you're not at work yet? We never get to talk anymore. We haven't had our monthly call in 2 months. It just upsets me. Hello. I'm getting messages from y'all as we speak. Nice. Message request. See, I have to look because sometimes it sends you to different places and I don't know where you are. That's why I have to find it. I love how somebody says, I'm going to come to you privately. I don't like what you said about this. Well, I'm going to come to you publicly. I don't give a fuck. Get your own channel. If you don't fuck me, feed me, or fund me, I really don't care. Love you, mean it, but unless you're going to donate $100 to the Sarah Beth Terry Fund, I really don't. Thanks, but I have a mom and dad. They did a pretty good job. I'm a contributing member of society, and I know how to tie my shoes and walk in a straight line. It's probably all right. I don't mean to be an asshole, but I will be an asshole. Stay in your lane. What if I just texted you out of the blue and be like, listen, I'm not judging, but that tube top that you wore to the Memorial Day cookout made you look fat as fuck. I'm not judging. Some of y'all need to stay in your lane. I'm going to take you bowling so you learn how. Not your lane. Get back over here. I do love y'all, and we all do hold each other accountable. But at the same time, remember that there's a reason that you found me and I didn't find you. So I kind of know what I'm doing at this point. But I appreciate all the unsolicited advice about what I should do to make my life better in your opinion. Maybe it's fine in my opinion. Maybe I'm living my dream. I'm not living your dream. Don't fucking worry about it. Ain't your dream. I like to raise chickens, sit on my porch, smoke a little pot, smoke a few cigarettes, bitch about what's going on in the world, love on my husband, love on my animals, sing a country song every now and again in somebody's backyard. If that ain't your dream, then don't worry about it. I haven't, Lori Lou, so far. I've just kind of got on there and watched the tutorials, but it feels good to have somebody like doing something that I'm doing. It's the same reason that I watch The Office to go to bed, too. Office is my favorite go-to-sleep series because there's no background music and there's no track laughter. There's no studio laughter. It's just talking. And it just kind of... There's a bird. See? This is why I need Debbie. Anyway. What's a $500,000 house and a $100,000 budget? That's what we call having caviar taste on a Bud Light budget. Or champagne taste on a Bud Light budget. Wanting and having is two different things. We were laughing about that one time. That reminds me of Nolan Neal. God rest his soul. I miss him so much. We were sitting backstage at a show one night talking about the difference between wanting and needing. He was like, I want a new fender, but I need to pay my electric bill. Like, there's a big difference in want and need. And I said, I feel, yeah. I said, I want to be skinny, but like I need donuts. He said, but Sarah, you're beautiful. And I said, I didn't say I was ugly. I said I was fat. Asshole. He backpedaled so quick. I was like, pedal faster, Fred. We're never going to get this cart there. Especially with Barney hanging out the top. And what's that damn dinosaur's name? Dino? I don't know. I stopped watching it when they had a Christmas tree because I was like, you're from the Stone Age. Jesus hasn't been born yet. How do you have a Christmas tree? There was a big hole in that plot. And also Marvin the Martian showed up, which I think they should have paid attention to because they've based an entire History Channel series called Ancient Aliens over the fact that Marvin the Martian, it's called buffering, visited Fred Flintstone, dum-dum. What do you think they based that on? Just some fairy tale that they made up? Do you think they went down to the pyramids in Mexico and was like, wait a minute, there's a spaceship on one of these? Just saying, sometimes things are right there in front of you. Now they have declassified that there's actually 9 different races of aliens. And I hate to hurt their feelings, but there's actually 12. And if you've read the books of Enoch and the Ethiopian Bible, then you would know this. There's now that declassified 9 races of aliens has actually been in contact with us for about 1,500 years. No shit. I watched that dude on Ancient Aliens. I know what the fuck's going on. Ever since they got him a better barber, he's a lot more credible. Just saying. Lucky Ducky is snoozing right now with the stuffed rooster, I know, and a little heating pad bunny rabbit that I had to heat up in the microwave. He's sound asleep. He's like snuggled between both of them. Apparently, as long as they have a draft-free environment and they stay warm above 90 degrees and they have fresh water and food and they have something to snuggle with, he'll be all right as a loner. But I have a little orphan duck. Guys, I have to run real quick. I have a visitor. But I love you, and I mean that, and I can't wait to see you again. Remember, keep your Bibles open, your powder around your head on swivel. Be nice to other people, animals, and children. Love your neighbor as yourself, and you can't give it to God. I love you, and he does too. I'm Sarah Beth Terry, and you're not. Bye.